Hello all, continuing the schematic guidelines, we will see how to include directives in the schematic or including some notes in the schematic so that there is a clear communication from the schematic engineer to the layout engineer and also to the guys who are reading the schematics. So these are very important parameters to be considered. Now let us try to place a part. Okay, and this is a SMB connector. So to this SMB connector we generally connect an RF input, right? So RF will have a 50 ohm impedance, right? So for that what we can do is we can have a directive here. Okay, and place the directive. Okay, uh, and rename it as 50 ohms. Okay, so this we are using RTM tool for mentioning these directives. So this is how we mention a directive for a 50 ohm. Now, what if we have a, differential impedance? For example, let us take we have a connector, okay, and then we are getting two differential lines out of this. Let us assume this is okay. Let us name this as net label as net underscore p. Okay, this is a p, and then we'll try to copy this and have it as n. Okay, so this is p and n. Now we can place a differential directive here. Okay, which indicates to the layout engineer that these two are differential pairs. Now you see diff pair and diff pair, so it's the same. So if you have another pair, you can name it as diff pair 1 and diff pair 1. So this is how we differentiate the differential signals. Now another important thing is, let us assume we have three signals, three lines coming out of this connector, and let us assume all these three connect pins are to be 2 amps current rated. So in that case what we will do is we will have a thing called blanket. Okay, so this we are doing an RTM. You have to check your respective tool to see what it does. So what we can do is we can copy this directive here on this, and you can mention as 2 amps. So now this directive will be included as a constraint in the PCB layout, and then the layout engineer will have the flexibility of using this. So this is how we include a different directives in the schematic. So it is very important that these directives are included. Now, a question. I am an arcade engineer. Okay, I am not a RTM designer. I am not using RTM design. In that case, what should we do? Or whether it be OrCAD or KeyCAD or AutoCAD, whatever tool you are using, let us assume what we want to do here. So instead of having these directives included, you can also have nodes in the schematic. So what kind of nodes we can have in the schematic? So we can have a simple text string. Okay. So this is commonly used by the engineers. PCB layout notes. This also can be done. Okay. 50 ohm impedance trace. Okay, we can have the net name, and we can also include the net name here, and we can place this note. So you can change colors as per your convenience to include special notes, whatever. So this is one way. This can be done. These kind of nodes can be added in the schematics in any place based on the requirement, and have a same color text across the schematics for the PCB layout engineer or external guys to understand. So we can say differential pair, so that the layout engineer enters his constraints manually in the tool, whatever tool he is using. So this is how we can do. If it is not a RTM tool, and you are not aware how to use directives in that tool. So simple directives, right? And apart from this, okay, there is another directive which is NC. Okay, so this is another directive which need to be placed in the schematic when you don't connect the nets. Like here, if you see, we only have 3 pins, right? In this case, if we want to have all these pins not coming under DRC error, okay, we have to place no ERC directive, which is called a generic no ERC in Altium. In OrCAD, you will have another symbol, or in other tool, you'll have another symbol. So this indicates that these will not be covered by the ERC when we run in the tool, and tool ignores it. And also, we as a schematic reader understands that, yeah, these are not intentionally unconnected. These are actually not used in the design. So one way of mentioning it, right? So these are different directives that can be used for the convenience of the schematic engineer, schematic readers, PCB layout engineer, and especially Altium provides these tools which are very, very helpful. So if you want to use another tool, as we mentioned, you can use the notes if you don't have directives. Thank you.